Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. We are Whispers and Whimsy, the Hatter and the Hare, the Hare and the Hatter. Yes. We are here today to talk to you a little bit about maybe giving some tips and tricks on how to unstress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, kind of reducing stress through learning how to start meal planning. And we're going to start off with some crockpot meals for you this week. And this is a great way to not have to worry about dinner during the school year. And I might not have kids, but I know college, and that was stressful enough. And so this will work for anyone who's in school, anyone who's having like a super busy time and just like needs quick dinners that are homemade and like good for you and stuff.
Yes, we all know the routine. Summer, you kind of get relaxed. You go to bed a little bit later. You kind of have sandwiches for dinner. You kind of maybe skip breakfast. You're not used to packing lunches. So we know in a couple of weeks, my children are actually starting back to school. Mm-hmm. So we want to get back in that routine. There's some tips and tricks. Maybe reduce a little stress and kind of help around the house. Yeah. And anyway, we've had a lot of fun. So we would like to get started. And welcome back, guys.
Yes. And just to let you know, everything, like all the full recipes will be on the blog, The Hatter and the Hare, which can be found on the website, whispersandwhimsy.com. And like always, everything will be linked down below. So yeah, let's get started.
All right, guys, here we come. This is Vanessa and I giving some tips and tricks on cooking for the week in a crock pot. We started out Sunday was prep day, which goes into our tip number 1.
Which is making sure to shop your own pantry and your own refrigerator and spice cabinet. This is a great way to work with a budget and make sure that you're not double buying, that you're still using everything that you have in your own house, and that you're not having to run out to the store multiple times throughout the week because you forgot a bunch of stuff. And one thing you definitely don't want to forget when you're going shopping are the Ziploc bags, and make sure that you're using ones that fit your crock pot, because we kind of had that issue.
Oh, yeah.
Where we were using a slightly smaller crock pot, and the gallon-sized bag was just, it was too big. So we were having to, like, beat the food into the crock pot, in the morning when it's, like, super early.
There's another tip right there. Once you're prepped, you've got your ingredients in the Ziploc bag, put your Ziploc bag in a bowl. It's safer. If that bag busts, you don't have meat juices going all into the refrigerator. All right, this is Sunday, so we are prepping. Now, Vanessa and I did do the entire week all on Sunday. It took us about 3 hours. If that's not an option for you, if you don't have 3 hours, don't want to take your Sunday to do that, you can do these easily, in the afternoons or the evenings each day, which kind of brings us into the next tip of, when to freeze or when to refrigerate.
So make sure if it's like 3 days or under, it's usually perfectly fine to put it in the refrigerator. But anything over that 3-day mark, you're going to want to put into the freezer. And like we said, remember, use bags that fit your crock pot, and just kind of make sure everything lays flat in your freezer as much as possible. That'll also help getting it into the crock pot and things like that.
The thawing times, you have to freeze it.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to thaw out any of this food before you put it into the crock pot. Like if you remember and you have time the night before, you can totally do it, but it's perfectly fine to just throw it from frozen into the crock pot, set the timer for all day, and just kind of let it sit, and you'll come home and your house will smell absolutely amazing, and you'll have dinner just hot and ready for you to start eating there.
As if you have your own personalized cook.
Yes.
Now, Vanessa and I it's not an option really for us to run home at lunchtime to turn on the crock pot, or I don't have a crock pot with a timer. I'm not real comfortable with food just sitting in the crock pot and not cooking, so Vanessa and I will adjust the cook time and the temperature to go ahead and allow it to cook all day, and this seems to work for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. If we ever come across anything that doesn't work that way, we'll definitely let y'all know on our social media accounts, which are linked below. And we're coming up on our favorite day for this week, which was a pizza bar made from leftovers. So we just kind of took all of the leftovers we had from the whole week, and
the chicken, the beef, everything we cut up, peppers.
And just kind of made personalized pizzas for everyone. So we hope you enjoyed everything. Okay, guys, so that was kind of a brief overview of what a week looks like having meal planned and using the crock pot. Like we mentioned earlier, potentially, you can totally find all the full recipes on the blog, The Hatter and Hare, which is available on the website, spearsandwhimsy.com. Links below. And then, this is kind of just like 1 week, and if what we kind of suggest for you might not like these meals specifically that we cooked.
Make a list of all the meals that your family will enjoy or will eat or possibly try.
Yeah.
And kind of, you can kind of piece them together that way. And sometimes you can only do 2 days or possibly 3 days. You may not be able to get the whole week out of it, but it would certainly save you some time.
Yeah, definitely throughout the week. And then we'll also have more example weeks of how this kind of system works on the blog as well.
So this was a week's worth of dinners, crockpot dinners that were cooked in 1 day. So this is a possibility that, you could do all of this, prepare for all of this, on a Sunday. You could make it a family event, start teaching the kids cooking or something like that. The Ziplocs in the freezer, and, just when it's time, get the Ziploc bag out and you're ready to go.
Right.
So it's totally doable either way if you want to do kind of a afternoon. I believe it took us probably about 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours. So hopefully we just helps reduce your stress levels and get you cooking and just having fun in the kitchen.
And guys, we know there are excellent chefs out there. We would love to hear from you or hear from, some of your tips and tricks. We would love to try them. We're definitely adventurous that way. Yeah. And so definitely leave some comments below. Let us know.
Yeah, and make sure to subscribe and comment, like we just said, and this video. And also follow us on our social media accounts, which everything, again, will be linked in the description below.
All right, guys.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks. Bye.
So we clap together.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Whoopsie. We actually have to start recording. All right. After I clap.
You want me to start?
You start.
Okay.
And then I'll just jump in.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.